The Tribeca Film Festival is over. During this time, I had the opportunity to talk with one of the filmmakers as well as the subjects in the new documentary, Southwest of Salem, the story of the San Antonio Four. These four women were falsely accused and sentenced to years behind bars for a crime they did not commit. Stay tuned as you listen to the filmmaker, these brave women, and one lawyer from the Innocence Project who helped to release these women. They're still waiting to be exonerated, so their journey is still continuing.
Actually, one of my mentors, Debbie Nathan, passed me sort of this story and said, you should really look at this. She passed along all the discovery material. I read Liz's trial first.
Okay.
And it was horrific. I mean, it was really horrific, and it was an extraordinary display of homophobia. And when she was on the stand, she was totally embarrassed and shamed for her sexuality. A few months later, I had the opportunity to go meet each of the women in prison and meet Mike Ware, and it just became very clear that they were innocent, that they were extraordinary, that this was a massive injustice, and that, now that I know this and I feel this way and it's in my heart, I am morally implicated in doing something about it. I mean, that's how I started, and then over time it really, it grew into the film you see, which was very much an investment in collaboration and all of this.
Well, it was kind of two different kind of feelings. One was, as we had said before, we had like bad publicity before with the San Antonio paper, and they kind of created us like these real horrible monsters who were sacrificing cult kind of thing. So I was kind of leery at first, and then as I met her and then, kind of introduced herself and I got to know a little bit about her, then I was a lot more comfortable with her. And I can see the positive that she was trying to show about our case and what she was trying to do for us. So it kind of changed from there.
And when I first heard about the case, I just left the Dallas County District Attorney's Office to go back into private practice, which is what I've done almost my entire career is private practice, a criminal defense attorney. And I got a call from Sam Gross, University of Michigan Law School, and the National Registry of Exonerations, who I'd gotten to know at the District Attorney's Office. We'd done some projects together. And he said that he had a case for me that nobody else would take, and nobody could get anybody to do anything on, and that he, in his judgment, it was a righteous case, a good case. Having had such a favorable impression of the women and the way they presented themselves and their total candor and honesty, which to me it was just so obvious they were innocent that I thought a document, the more coverage we could get, the more transparency we could get, the more it would help our case.
In the beginning, I was angry, I was confused. I'm not going to say that I never had those feelings of resentment and just, not understanding. But then there came a point in my life where I had to either choose to be in this miserable, negative state and bring myself down and be mad at people that, really they're going along with their life and they're fine, and I'm only hurting myself.
Right.
So basically I just, tried to turn this negative into a positive in some sort of way,
I think that there would have been different views. I don't think that our preference in life would have been such an issue.
Okay.
Because that played a major part in why we were convicted. I don't see that happening.
Okay.
Had they been living what would have been considered at that time a mainstream lifestyle, if they'd have been junior leaguers, for example, then I don't think anybody would have taken these accusations seriously.
For us as filmmakers, that's all we wanted, was to sort of lay out the evidence and let people take in the extraordinary courageousness that these women exemplify. And of course, Mike's brilliant sort of legal prowess. I mean, it's just like, when you're sort of seeing it from where we are, we're like, this is insane, like, I can't believe I'm telling this story about these people living this life. And then when we screen it and people connect to it, it just isn't a better feeling, because then we know it's just not us thinking this is crazy.
Right.
Everybody recognizes that this is crazy.
A lot of people always tell us that they feel like we're heroes and that we've done so much, but I feel like we give people hope. We want to give people hope not to give up, because we never gave up. We always believed that something would happen, and these amazing people came into our lives, and they made all the difference in the world. So.